Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Chuck, and welcome back to another episode of the ArKcast, the official podcast for Arctic Studios. Today, I'm here with
Bronzy.
And Tyler.
Awkward Silence. So today's episode is going to be about going back to school because our two friends here are actually starting high school this year, which is something that I've already done. I've already started high school, so it's not that bad for me because I'm returning. But so I want to hear some of your thoughts about starting high school, being a freshman. Are you scared?
No.
No, you're
I'm
not scared?
I'm not scared. I'm a little bit intimidated by being in a whole new building that's many, many, many times larger than my middle school. So it's kind of there's more. It's you have to go from if you have to go from one side of the building to the other, you only have, I believe it's, what is it, 5 minutes for passing period.
Right, you've got about 5 minutes, yeah.
So you have to cover a quarter mile to get from one side to the other in 5 minutes. That may also include bathroom or going to your locker.
See, I'm not sure how many guys know this, but I'm autistic, and I usually get away with a lot of stuff. I would take up to 6-7 minutes in our middle school, even though we only had 3, to get to class, and I'd just walk in and I'd be like, hey, and they'd be like, okay, just sit down, because I'm autistic, and they're like, yeah, he gets a pass.
So you're not really worried about being a freshman? The idea of being a freshman doesn't bother you?
The idea of being
considering I'm literally almost the same size as you. I'm the same size as you, Josh.
Well,
and
yeah.
Plus, I have no one really I'm not really scared of anyone, because and plus, it's I'll get a lot of passes because I'm autistic. So
yeah. I'm sort of intimidated by it because I'm not a big buff person. I'm 5'3.5" or something like that. That half-inch matters.
I'm 6 foot.
And I'm not super strong, so it's kind of easy for me to be I guess pushed around, I guess, because I know a couple people that are like that. Well, yeah, but other people that
you guys better not attack each other.
I hope that doesn't happen. But
we don't know who would win.
It's kind of I know people that are way taller than me, and I know people that are shorter than me, and it's I feel since it's a high school, it's you could tell that there's a larger difference, so it's kind of easy to pick me off and say, oh, I'm a freshman, and that Josh is a sophomore. So it's kind of there's that thing where everyone knows that I'm a freshman, which it's not really that big of a thing, because I'm thinking it's gonna be way different than my middle school, but I feel it's gonna be better than my middle school because there's so much more people, or so many more, whatever the word would be. But I think it'll be intimidating at first because of the size of the school and just new teachers, new surroundings that I'll eventually grow into and learn to enjoy it, so that I could use it to my advantage instead of being intimidated by it and standing off in the corner.
Also, something is that the teachers knew my brother and my sister, and they told me a lot about high school, so it's I already know a lot about it. So,
well, okay, all right. But I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that, or where you stood, how you felt about being a newcomer. You guys are you're the little fish at the school now. But I'll tell you guys this.
I can beat you up.
What?
You're
gonna beat me up.
Yeah.
Well,
besides the hostility, what, Josh?
Well, okay. Actually, there was not very much hostility in the school, but now since Dan's coming, I think we're gonna have a problem here. But no, being a freshman, you have nothing to worry about. honestly. Like the seniors act like they're 8 years old. I saw a Snapchat. I want to say yesterday or this morning. Um, and like these seniors are having like a going back to school party, right? And I swear they were so stupid. They took a canister of gasoline and put it in their fire pit.
So,
So
sounds like a great idea.
they act like they're children. Honestly, they honestly act like they're children. So you have nothing to worry about because as long
Oh,
as
so
you
your
act
you're your
mature,
brother.
I mean, yeah.
And I think it's like when I'm in school, like I pay attention to school. Like there are some people that I know that have like what would be like a third grade education, and then there are people that are like scoring like
Hey,
A plus. No, well,
I
just
mean,
like
in
normal
reality, that's
friends
what
of
it is.
mine. There are people that are way lower than me that like get like D's and F's in all their classes because they just don't care about school and
hey.
they're as dumb as rock. I'm not talking about you, Dan. So if you're taking that, it's your fault.
If you're
No,
taking offense
I
from
get like
that, you
C's and
might want to
B's.
step it up.
And then
I get
I
like C's and
know
B's.
That's
people
not
that are
horrible.
10 times smarter than I am in like school stuff. Like my knowledge is kind of focused towards stuff that isn't useful yet. So it's like I know more stuff about like mechanics and like how machines and stuff work. And I'm good at math
Honestly, I know a lot of us
and
stuff
I'm
like
really good
that.
at
Like,
science,
not like that, but
but I'm like awful at language. But I also know people that can help me with language to help me get through that. So it's kind of like I help you, you help me. And I feel like in high school there'll be more people that'll be like that. I'll have more connections to help me, and I'll have more connections to help other people. So I think that's kind of a
oh,
good part about going into a new situation is that you can meet more people and learn from them and not
That is
just be by
definitely a
yourself.
benefit.
so when I went, one day when I went to go pick up my brother from high school, with my mom, we walked in and like the teacher was walking by, and my brother was wearing a I think it was Athena on his shirt, which is like Greek god, um, and she's like, and I was at the time, um, I think I might have been 10, and the teacher was walking by, and she's like, "How did you know? How did you know that?" I was like, "Oh, I know a lot about mythology." And she's like, "Then you should take my class because I'm pretty sure you'll get an A."
Yeah, about that. Do not do that. I have
I'm not like
friends.
mythology.
I know people who took the class who took myth. No. Just you will hate it.
Oh,
You will hate your life.
Like
If you
one
need
go
the
ahead.
credit, then do it.
One thing that I love about high school is that there's so much to get involved in. Like in middle school there was sports and then there were like chess club and then like probably like 5 or 6 other clubs and groups
and
that
then
you could
casting crew.
and yeah, and then there's like simple stuff like that. And then in high school it's like if you want to go into auto mechanics you can go into and take that class, and if you want to go into gaming and app development and technology and just all sorts of other things like woodshop and stuff, it's more hands-on. And if you want to go and take an art class and learn about photography and certain styles of art, you can do that. If you want to go and look and see um, just like different things to be involved in, I believe what's the name for it, um, I can't think of the name of it right now, but if it pops in my head, I'll talk about it later. Um, but it's like there's so many groups that'll like help you like feel connected and joined with the other groups of people, and it's kind of it gives you a sense that people are there to help you, and not everyone is always a bad person. Because there are some people that may look intimidating but are like a teddy bear, and then there are people that look like a teddy bear and they're like just super mean. But it's like the school feels so much more
Essentially me.
secure, and um it feels more secure and like they're there to help you than middle school.
You know, you seem to know a lot about a school that you don't quite go to yet. which is I guess it's a good thing. I'm not like bashing on you, but I'm just that's what I observed. But so it seems you guys are ready. You guys seem to already know what's going on. Um, I don't know. I guess you guys are. I don't know. I wasn't expecting this. I'm kind of like baffled, I guess. Do you have any other thoughts on the situation?
Nope.
Dan's just a straight no.
He's already he can't wait for school. He's gonna fly by, get A's. No, not really.
Are there
I
any
never promised
classes or
A's. I never
clubs?
promised A's. I never promised A's.
Oh.
But you promised certain grades.
Tyler, are there any
I promised C
classes?
minus or better.
Are there any classes or clubs that you're excited on joining, or any classes that you are excited to take?
I'm excited for Science and Engineering Club, and I might do a sport. I'm not sure if it's gonna be like basketball because I'm awful at basketball, but like I'm probably gonna join a certain sport or something. Um, but I'm just like more excited on the like classes and stuff because they seem so much more in depth than um middle school because like they can trust you more and you're doing more like hands-on like more serious stuff compared to looking at stuff under a microscope. You're dissecting a frog or whatever that may be. Um it's
I never really had
more
to dissect the squid.
it's more mature and it's like you're doing bigger and better things instead of just having a baby down version. You're getting treated more like an adult in all these situations, and if it's kind of like if you screw up, it's your fault. There's nothing to keep you from falling back. So if the way you handle a situation can help you along um, in a certain class, like it can be the difference of getting a B and an A. If you stay up and you work really hard on a test, it'll prove that you will be better, and it can show that like you like want to do better academically than other people.
I
That
agree.
probably didn't make any sense at all.
No, it did, it did. I'll tell you guys this though. You will have some teachers who, um, I guess,
Are annoying,
yeah,
rude.
they're annoying. Some teachers are just they hate their lives. Like they
They can't
cannot
wait to
stand
be
to
through
be
it.
there. There are teachers who will tell you that it's so important to stick through school, but at the same time, it's like you can't stand being in their class or they can't stand teaching you, and it makes it really difficult. For instance, I had a teacher who I could not understand him. He taught in metaphors every day.
Oh
He
God.
taught in metaphor. So it was like if you didn't understand the concept of the class or the topic they were discussing in class that day, and he comes out with these metaphors that you're expected to memorize, right? Say you can memorize these metaphors, but you won't have any idea what they mean.
What subject was this for?
This was in biology, which I actually did, which I actually did well in the class. So, um,
Dan died.
Dan
No, I
died.
didn't.
Dan's not
Oh,
dead. But yeah, so there will be teachers who you cannot stand. Like I said before, the older kids act like they're children and will try to like ruin your day, and they'll be like, "Oh, you're a freshman. Yeah, we're gonna I don't know." Just like sometimes people will push you around in the hallway. Like the stereotypical like
And that's where I
freshman
punched
to
him, right?
Moved into
senior.
lockers and stuff.
No, I mean that doesn't happen.
I've-
That's over the top.
I actually fit into Allie's locker, which is kind of sad.
That is sad. That is
That's where I
really
punched
sad.
him, right?
No, don't punch anybody.
I would lock myself in my own locker before he could punch me.
Tyler, you should you might want to give me your locker combo just in case you need help.
Okay.
Cause if you end up in your locker somehow because of Dan or something,
I just imagine.
I'll come and get you.
I know I can
imagine, like-
outrun Dan. I know I can outrun him.
But what if you're in your locker one day
Yeah.
and he like shoves you in it? Then what?
I could text you.
Wait,
I'll have my phone on me.
why am I doing this?
I don't know. Good question.
I could text you. I have your number.
Exactly. Just like tweet at me. Like, yo, Dad, I'm stuck in my locker. Help me out. And I'll be like, yeah,
Who's
sure.
in there? Who's in there? Your son?
It was Dan. Well, it's on Twitter, so when you see like Dan replying, he's like, it wasn't me, I swear. And he puts like a winky face. It was
No,
totally
it wasn't me. I swear. Winky face XD.
Dan. Winky face XD. Oh, that reminds me. Are you guys excited to yell XD at each other in the hallways?
And
That's
Saudade.
the only thing I'm mostly.
And Saw Dude. We have
No.
Saw Dude, XD. We're probably gonna yell phase up at each other. Man, I don't even know.
The world may never know.
There's just gonna be a lot that goes on. But yeah, no, I'm excited to have you guys.
I'm so hyped to be there.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be a good time. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
I want to go
Nope.
and play a comp game.
You want to go play competitive? All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show, guys.
Thank you for having me. Proud to be here.
You're welcome. See you.
Okay, well, Dan straight up died. Oh, he's back now. No, but yeah, I appreciate you guys sitting here with me for the 17 and a half minutes that you did.
No problem.
Sorry for taking up your time. But
It's all part of the
yeah, so
Sorry
we
about
will
that. I just.
AIDS.
ADHD.
Oh, okay. So we will
ADHD.
most likely come back and make a follow-up episode of the podcast.
Halfway through the year.
Revolving, probably in about a week or two, revolving around their experience in school and how it went and how they like it, and just a follow-up video. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like and go ahead and comment any other topics for the podcast that we could use, and I will see you guys next time.